People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, guys, we are back. And today is not just Natalie and I. We have a special guest. We talk about this person all the time on the podcast. And we're trying to get a few in the can before we go to MAES Magic Convention and our Cancun trip. So this will come out during that 2-week hiatus that we'll have. But I don't want you guys waiting on podcasts. So we're going to go ahead and film some in advance and then get back on track when we get back home. Mm-hmm. But today, everyone, we have a very special guest. Do you have anything to say about this special guest?
Just one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
And as far
Honestly.
as we have a lot of magic guests on here, this person has done escape magic, illusions, dove magic, comedy magic, mind reading. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A poker deal, a poker test.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
In the show, over the years. Literally been in show business since 4 days old.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, it's our little girl, Lana Iseli. Get over here, girl. Get over here. Come on, we're waiting on you. Come on.
That was a good introduction. You didn't realize you had all those credits, did you? No? I didn't realize you had all those credits.
All right, so this is our 12-year-old moody daughter we were telling you about that has hit the teenage years. And the other night we had a awesome talk. We were in here just hanging out in my magic room for like an hour and a half. Just really had awesome daddy-daughter time. And I was like, hey, if you could talk like this and be like this and not be moody, I think we can have you on the podcast.
You're going to turn her moody.
So let's talk about you in show business and everything. Okay. What's your earliest magic memory? We have pictures of you at 4 days old. What is the earliest thing you remember?
What's the first show you remember? Because you learned to walk on stage. You were taking a silk out of your dad's hand, magically making it appear when you were little. Do you remember any of that?
I remember the silk.
You do?
Like the last few.
The last few that you did with the silk? Okay.
And I was like, oh, why did it go away?
Had to move you up.
Why did it go away? Because I was doing this, and my 10-year-old daughter was pulling the silk out of my hand. Yeah. It was cute when she was 2, but not when she's 10.
I don't think she
did. Wasn't that old. It wasn't that old.
I was like, I don't think she did it until she was 10.
It might have been 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, why am I not doing it? I was waiting to go up.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you remember? What is your first? Do you remember the show that you just didn't feel like doing? And so Dad had the little boy do it?
That's what I was getting ready to ask her. I was getting ready to ask the same thing.
You don't remember that?
No, what are you talking about?
We were at
a show. It was during the middle of summer, so we were tired because it was just go. It was another early morning.
And not wanting to do it.
You said you didn't want to do it, and we said, okay, well, that's...
Well, honey, she was sick as a dog.
No, she wasn't. That was a different show. That was a different show. She was sick at a different show, and that's different. She said this show she just didn't want to do.
Oh, wow.
So you got a little boy up, and we were doing 2 shows at that one place. And you got the little boy up, and he did your part. And you saw it, and next show you said, I'll do it.
I don't remember that, but I remember a few times where I really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I would be, like what Dad said, sick as a dog.
Well, sick as a dog is different.
I know, but I'm saying I still had to do my parts.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's not like I got a little boy up to do it.
Sometimes, yeah, you still have to. And sometimes we take the heat for you. We do your part for you. But there's,
But we can write you out of the show, too. Like when you're going to summer camp or your granny's house. So when you're sick, we don't make you... We're not getting you on stage and you're throwing up. Are you going to do it? You're sick? Are you going to come? Come on. You have to come to the show. We don't have a babysitter for you at home.
Right.
The babysitter's on the road with us.
She could come too.
Right, but you don't have to be on stage. We're not forcing you to be on stage when you're throwing up and you're sick, right?
Yeah, but anyways.
There you go. See? Show must go on. She's got it in her blood.
Make sure you talk a little louder, okay?
I'm trying.
Okay. So, let's see. So, performing when you're sick, all that stuff. In my show now, I talk about Lana and I say 400 shows a year. She's on the road with us. The kids are on the road with us. And people are like, man, you drag your kids around to 400 shows. But really, with the RV, with the TV, DVDs, 400 DVDs, that new game system has 20,000 games on it, wireless remote controls. You and Willow have bunk beds and TV, DVDs. There's a TV, DVD in the back. The potty in the RV, the pantry in the RV, the full kitchen, all of that. It's just like you being at home when you're on the road. You'd be sitting there playing video games, watching your phone, next to the bathroom, next to the pantry, eating snacks and going potty in between missions of your video game. Seriously, am I making it up or is it about the same?
It's about the same, but I told Mom when you were saying that during one of the shows, I said the only thing that's different, there's a lot less headaches at home.
A lot less headaches.
Yeah.
When you get car sick?
No, I just get a lot of headaches, especially when we're going like up mountains.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so car sick. I
So-
mean,
I
it's
don't
not.
know if that's car sick because it's not like I'm throwing up.
No, you're not throwing up. You got that nasty feeling
Yeah.
with your head.
Especially when we go to West Virginia and those windy roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mess them up sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, over the 33 mountain.
Yeah. Another mountain. So we have a whole bunch of questions here for you. Do you remember you were in 2014 when I worked on Carbonaro, you were only, 2.5?
Mm-hmm.
And when I signed the contract, I said, hey, my wife and daughter come with me everywhere. But don't worry, because I'm an animal trainer, they'll be able to babysit the animals while I'm on set helping.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys did. We had 50 dogs. We had 50 that one day with the Wizard of Oz dog. I mean, it was crazy. They got us a dog that its eye was sewn shut, and they had it a comb over so you couldn't see it. And they're like, you can't use that on television. They're gonna think we tortured the dog.
He's huge. It's a huge dog. Didn't look like Toto.
And it didn't fit in the basket. And then we're searching for dogs in baskets, and I'm on set with the animals recording. And Lana and Natalie
Not Willow.
started driving around downtown Atlanta trying to find a dog that fit in the basket.
Yep.
And they wouldn't let you take the basket with them in case you stole
Nope.
a prop from television. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
But do you remember walking those dogs? We had a puppy. This is one of my favorite stories.
We were back in the back parking lot. You don't remember that?
Not
Parking lot
really.
behind the pet store.
I
And
think
you
I-
ran the little puppy back and forth.
Like,
So that was her job. Because when we had the puppy and we went to produce it at the load chamber, you heard it in the thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I told Lana, I said, play with the puppy. Wear it out. So she was throwing ball with it and she was running up and down. And then when we went to film live in front of a spectator, Michael goes to produce it and just picks up a lump and just puts it on the counter. That dog was sound asleep.
Ouch.
She wore him out.
She did her job.
I know, but you almost killed it.
She did not.
Its tongue was
She
hanging
was
out of its head, honey. It was still breathing, but man, yeah.
It's
I remember you
fine.
guys telling me like maybe a year ago about the dog with like the comb over thing. I
Yeah.
was like, that's why I'm so attached to the dog from Ariel.
Oh, that's funny because the Ariel dog has a
I
comb
was
over
like-
too.
Does
Yeah,
it look
I
like
know.
the same dog?
No, that dog is a lot bigger on Ariel on the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but I remember being like, I feel like I've seen that dog
It's
before. Every
kind
time I
of-
see the dog.
Like it's still the same shagginess and everything, and like
So
the
cute.
hair hanging over the eyes, but that dog was like this big, and the other dog is like this tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
So-
cute.
We had, that day, they got that dog, and they were just, get us a cute dog. You got a cute dog? All right, perfect. But they didn't say a small dog that would fit in a basket. The art department wasn't talking to the animal training magician people. They just grabbed a basket, and it's like, it's got to fit in the basket. They're magicians, but they can't. It's got to
No.
fit.
And ultimately, none of the dogs look like Toto.
And
The puppy was brown, but that's the only
What's
the
that
only
Toto dog?
similarity.
What was
Although
the Toto dog?
Toto was more blackish.
but we had a ton.
It was
We
like
had a
a
ton
very
of
dark
dogs. We ended up getting a ton.
Cats that one day too.
But it was crazy. And that dog that they gave us, that we had to babysit all day long, because the lady just dropped it off on set, and now we're babysitting it among all of our other duties.
Yep.
Had a list of medications to take. And she called like every couple hours checking just to make sure it was still alive. I mean, this was that dog's last hurrah
Yeah.
in show business and in life. That dog was
Yeah.
that poor dog. It
It's
wasn't
on
doing
his
good.
last
It
leg.
wasn't doing
Poor
good.
thing.
What else? But she gave him a bath. Got him all set up for his
Yep.
debut on television.
Got everything combed.
Yeah, at least you can watch
Do
it.
you remember?
Do you remember much at all about being in Atlanta?
No.
Playing at the park.
We took
playing
you
in
to the
the parking
Children's Museum on
lot.
a day off.
Like, if you told me something, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember. Like, like, when I was really young at, like, the beach or
Yeah.
something.
She was really little
She
though.
was.
Then.
I feel like I remember.
She was. Do you remember being in the show? Filming part of it? Saying, Mommy, look, a kitty. Do you remember that? No?
So
I
Michael
remember,
Carbonaro did a trick where he told people he had like a little table set out in a park.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Did I cut her off?
Stop.
Sorry."
Yes.
There's the attitude.
Yeah.
So he had a table, and he said, "Would you like to sign up for a chance to give a kitten a good home?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, we might want a cat at our house." "Yeah, you can give a cat a good home." Okay. And they had to fill out paperwork or something, and then, okay, you're approved. So they get a chance to give a cat a good home. I have no idea. But he pick up a cat, put it in a Chinese food to-go box, tie a balloon around it, do a magic trick, but they didn't know the magic trick happened. That's what was so sketchy about this, right? Tie a balloon and then let it go, and the box just went out. It just went up in the sky. And the people are like, "Whoa, there's a cat! There's a cat! You're letting the cat up there." We're giving it a chance for a good home. Some family might find it and really take it in and give that cat a chance for a good home. But people didn't know the switch happened. They thought the cat was up there. People were freaking out. So the director and the people at True TV were like, "You know what? That's too dark. We need to lighten it up. If it's going to go to air, we have to lighten it up." So I had an idea. I said, "What if a cute little girl finds it?" Right? So you were over there, sound asleep in your diaper, right? And we woke you up and we're like, "Lana, you get to be on TV. You get to be on TV. Here, we gave you a sucker, put sucker in your mouth, trying to wake her up, gave her sugar."
Is that why I had a lollipop in that
Yep. And we said, "Come here." And you went over there and you started wiping your eyes. We said, "You have to say this. Speak up, Lana. Speak up, Lana. You're on television. Speak up, Lana. You have to say this. Mommy, a kitten, Mommy. Look, I found a kitten, Mommy." So you went over there and you were like, "Mommy, I found a kitten, Mommy." Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
My little girl's on television.
It's
I
really
called your grandma, my mom. She passed away now. But I called my mom. Yeah, your Meemaw. I called her and I was like, "Lana's going to be on television. Lana's going to be on television." I got pictures. I'm sending her pictures. This is what she did. This is what she did. But to cuten it up, we dirtied up the box because it was 3 minutes later. We dirtied up the box and deflated the balloon and made the balloon look old and dirty and kind of tucked it into the foresty area in the same park we were in. But when you turn the camera and film this way, it looks like a dense forest, even though it was 15 feet from where we were. And but here's the crazy thing people might not know. If you were in that town at that moment and looked up, all the power lines had to-go boxes stuck to them because the wind would just take them and they would get stuck to them. So I think the production team had to go get those down, or
Oh, really?
hey, somebody had to get them down. I mean, they signed paperwork to be in that park that day doing that. They can't just
Leave it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Do
You don't remember that at all.
Any of it?
No.
No, you just remember.
Except
just
for
the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently we got Casey that day. Or we at least were with Casey that day.
Do you remember getting Casey?
No.
That was the same trip. Casey,
Yeah,
Casey, our dog that we have now, we had 3 dogs we moved in, but now we just have 1. And we got it on Carbonaro. They needed it for a scene, and then they were like, "All right, well, who's taking it home?" What do you mean? So we ended up adopting it. But you fell in love with it. You fell in love with
Oh,
it.
she fell, and I was telling her the whole time, "Don't fall in love with her. We're not keeping her," because the other guy was supposed to take her,
That worked out well.
but it didn't work out at all. And so I put a wall up. I was like, "I cannot fall in love with this dog. I cannot fall in love with this dog." And Lana's just like, "My dog, my dog." And
It didn't work out too well.
yeah. So it's probably
I love
for Lana's,
Oh, it was my fault.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, for you, it worked out well because
It did.
you were already in love with her. and then have her taken away, she probably would have cried. So.
Do you remember when you asked me if you could do escape magic in the show? Because you saw my upside down straitjacket escape, and you said, "Dad, I want to do this."
Well, I didn't want to be hung upside down.
No, but you wanted to do something. You wanted to do the escape stuff. I don't know why you wanted
Well, you did the upside down straitjacket, but you were also doing a 100-foot rope escape too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Right, but
That's
you wanted to do escape stuff. How old was she there?
5.
5?
I remember doing the rope.
Yeah, that's what you did.
I
Yep.
really didn't want to use my teeth. I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah.
They was like, use your teeth, use your teeth. I'm like, no!
I told her she was all tied up. I said, bite the knot and pull if you need to. No, I got it. I'll put a video of that in with the podcast group because I was so proud of her.
It was
probably
pretty cute.
would have been easier.
Yeah, it probably would have been. It would have been.
But I didn't want to. I thought it was disgusting in front of like 50 to 100 people.
Well, it would have been all right. They would have been fine with it. They were cheering you on, rooting for you. But
She
it was,
liked that. That was her favorite part.
It just made
Lana.
me laugh.
Lana, Lana, Lana. She
Yep.
loved it. She ate that up.
it was funny though because you'd get somebody up to tie her up, and people didn't want to tie. They would try to do it loose and like, hello, she don't patronize her. She wants to really escape. Tie her up properly.
There was this one guy that did it
"Oh
really
my
hard.
God." Oh yeah.
He did like my
Yeah,
hands
hair.
were turning a little purple.
Oh
And I was
my.
like, oh my gosh.
So the thing was, I tied her up in the magic room and she got out. I did it again. She got out. I did it again. She got out. I said, Mom, you try it. Maybe my knots are just going to be my knots. You try it. I never got to teach her trick knots or escaping anything. She just always wiggled out. She always got out.
Maybe it's
So-
'cause my hands were small.
Natalie tied her up. It didn't matter the size of your hands. You were just escaping.
Tied, yeah.
And then we took it to one of our resorts for a 4th of July event. And I got strangers over there. I said, come here. We're going to do this show later on. Can you tie up my daughter? I know it's weird. She's only 5. But really tie her up so that she can't get out. And daggone it, she got out every single time. And then after the end of the day, we did 3 shows that day.
I don't think she did. I don't know.
She
how
did
many
2 of the
was it?
shows,
I
maybe.
think she did 2. I
I
don't think
wanted
she
to
did
do
the
it
last
again.
one. I know you want to do it, but her wrists were getting raw, and we're like, honey, it doesn't look good.
It
I
doesn't
said
look
it
good
was
for
hurting,
us.
But I really wanted to do it.
Yeah,
I
but
still
she
wanted
really wanted to do it, and we're like, another day.
And that's
No,
one of the
never.
things that's hard with 400 shows a year. That's a lot of repetition. You know what I mean?
If I did it until the end of the year, I wouldn't have wrists.
You might have scars on your wrist, and that's what I don't want. That's not
You want to
cute
bring
for
it
a
back
girl.
in?
No,
Why not? You don't want to escape?
I don't want rope burn anymore.
Well, you do it. You learn it proper from your dad. You won't get rope burn.
You wouldn't take lessons from me early on.
Yeah.
One of the
Exactly.
things that made
Oh,
my heart
Lana.
swell at Christmas time this year, it was like November, December this year, she walks into my magic room and she looks at all my handcuffs and says, man, that'd be cool. I wish I could just pick a lock. I wish I could just if I got locked into a room, for my own safety, I'd like to be able to get out. And I'm like, honey, ding, ding, I can help you. She said, what do you mean?
Pull something from out of the
And I pulled
shelf.
right underneath my handcuffs. I have all kinds of lockpick kits over there. And she got on her hands and knees, and daddy-daughter time, we're picking locks. And then for Christmas,
It was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, I got interested in it for some reason.
that's great.
It's just a YouTube video that I saw. It was like someone used like a paper clip
Mhm.
and opened it. I was like, how do you do that? And I even tried it on the bathroom door. That's why I needed the key one day. I
Oh,
was like,
you
my
locked it
iPad's
out.
in there. I
You
couldn't
couldn't-
reach it. I was trying to jump for it. I
Oh.
can't reach
So a
it.
year
Like
later,
the
she tells you the
key.
truth.
With the key makes it easy. You have to. Did you try a paperclip?
I tried the paper
She
clip.
locked
I
the
tried
bathroom, and then she was trying to get into the
She
bathroom.
couldn't get it with the paperclip.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get it with the
Gotcha.
paper clip. It was honestly disgusting.
That's funny.
It was
Disgusting.
It was one of those little locks with
Yeah.
the laundry thing.
Right.
I tried using it. I undid it and put it in, and I did this, and I was wiggling it, and I took it out, and there was a bunch of dirt and stuff. I was like, ugh.
That might be
Huh.
grease
I was like,
from
ugh.
from the
Probably
lock hole.
grease.
Yeah.
I gotta
Um,
get the smell out of my hands.
That's definitely
That's
grease.
grease.
That's grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's grease. Are you still? You got a lockpick kit for Christmas?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
still-
trying.
You are?
I try every now and then, but sometimes I just get mad at myself because I'm
Oh.
like, I can't do it.
You want to get it right away.
Yeah.
You gotta practice. It takes practice.
I know.
She told me the other day that she does it, and then she brings it to you to show you, and then she can't do it, and she gets frustrated.
I get really frustrated.
Like, I'll do it 3 times in my bedroom, Dad, then I'll take it to Mom, and I can't get it to work.
She hasn't brought it
It's
to me
really
in a
annoying.
long time.
Well,
know,
that's
I
what
got
juggling-
mad at
I
myself
told her.
because of it.
No.
I told her when I was juggling, that's how it was. I
Yeah.
worked on it all day long, and that 45-minute car ride home, I wanted to show my mom, because I was at my dad's video store, right? And I got home, I said, Mom, watch this. Shoot, watch, Mom, shoot, watch, watch, Mom, shoot, Mom, watch, shoot. I was like, yeah, it's all rhythm, and I'd lost the rhythm in that car ride
45
home.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get annoyed with myself because I like try to show lockpick stuff to you, and then I won't get it, and then I won't get it, and then and then you start looking at something else until I get it, and then you're already looking away. I'm like, oh, dang it.
Got it when he wasn't looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It happens.
So we have a whole bunch of questions here for you, but one of the things I wanted to talk to you, and I just wanted to have a conversation on the air about us and about you and about our childhoods. What grade are you going into? Tell everybody what grade you're going into.
8th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why do you ask her?
I got confused with the 8th grade, 9th grade thing.
That's funny.
I
Because we were talking when we were ordering school, 8th grade and 9th grade, and what the people. Anyway, but yeah,
She should be going into
7th.
7th grade, but she's going into 8th grade because they changed the books, or because
No,
she placed.
because she started a year early.
Okay.
Her birthday's in December.
November.
And,
Wow.
Yep. It's in December, and so she's right there in the middle. But she was getting frustrated. She couldn't read, so we were like, "Well, we'll just start a year early, and then if she gets stuck or frustrated because it's too much, we can always just slow down." That's the beauty of homeschool. So
And also, starting a year early is also.
yeah, is it?
No.
I'm not starting
It's
your
harder.
brothers a year early.
Why?
I can't do it.
Well, because they're feral.
Yeah. And there's two
What?
of them.
They're like wild animals. So here, listen. You're going into the 8th grade, right?
Yes.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
At this moment, it'll change. I'm sure it'll change. But a few years ago, you said, I want to be a veterinarian, but I want to do something on the side.
She was going to do fashion on the side. I remember. She was going to be a veterinarian.
Just wait.
She was going to do fashion. And she was going to be a vet and save up to have her own store. And then she was going to have a veterinarian store and a fashion dress shop next to it. And on the weekends, she was going to go sing and be in a band. Y'all got it right?
Yeah, but that happened a really long time ago. With
Yeah,
that
well,
dream.
see, I got it all.
Okay,
now.
so your
I'd
dreams
be
change.
very busy.
Yep, you would be.
That's what I'm saying. And also, I was talking to Willow about it,
Mm-hmm.
about like still being a veterinarian and everything, and I
Uh-huh.
realized I probably wouldn't want to be because
Why?
I'd be around a lot of like sick dogs and everything.
Well, you're going to be helping the sick dogs.
I know, but what if it like
That's the whole
messes
point
up?
of being a veterinarian.
What if it
is
doesn't
that,
work like Rocco?
well, that sometimes happens too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's easier to put somebody else's dog down than your own.
No.
No, it is. It's got to be. Don't you think, Mom?
I'm sure you're still feeling really bad for the family, feeling really bad for the dog.
I'll
But
cry.
in this instance, like with Rocco, yeah, we all bawled and we were all really sad to lose Rocco. But for Rocco, it was the best option because he was in so much pain and he was an older dog. And if we had
I
put him
know.
through that surgery,
Did
he would've
one
just
of the
suffered
doctors
more.
cry?
No.
I would be the doctor that cried if there was.
Do you remember Rocco was our boxer that Natalie and I got like in a weekend of dating? Right?
Here's the thing, though. Yeah.
But
He was our first
Let
child.
me just say my one story real quick.
Your first child.
That was our first child. We
Yeah.
potty trained that dog. That was our baby. Mommy took him to Walmart in her purse. Can you imagine that? When he's a puppy, he fit, but he's so big, right?
had
And
a little triangle hair.
and his head was to a point
Oh, so cute.
when he was a puppy.
Ah,
But
cry.
when they put that dog down, Lana, I carried it to the back of the car because we were going to bury it at home, right?
You don't have to say it.
I was going to bury him at home. And I was carrying him, and the lady lifted his butt. And as I'm carrying it, she's behind me, and she lifted his butt, and I thought he was moving. And I went, ah! I thought he was still alive. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, man.
I
She
know.
laughed. I'm like, lady, you can't touch my dog like that. I thought he was wiggling. It just got lighter. I thought his legs were twitching or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was a zombie dog.
No, but I think, yes, you have to do that every once in a while, but you're helping more dogs than putting them down,
I know.
and cats and whatever else you have coming in.
I know.
It's-
But it'll still be
you'd
sad.
be
I'll
helping
be the
out lots of
doctor that
animals.
cried.
Well, you know what?
I'll be the sensitive doctor.
That's okay, and you may be your first couple times, but then you probably
I don't care about
Harden
this
up.
dog.
no, you wouldn't be saying you didn't care about them, but you would have kind of put up a wall so that you don't get emotional, just like doctors have to do
Well,
with their
then what would you-
patients, right? With their patients, what are you talking about? I'm not a doctor
Okay,
or a
see.
vet.
In case you didn't work when you put up a wall.
Okay, but I'm not a vet. So what I'm saying is, like, doctors have to kind of, they care about their patients. They definitely care about their patients, but when they're a doctor that deals with death,
Mm-hmm.
they have sort of compartmentalized these things, right? And I think you would learn to do that. So if you really wanted to help animals and you still wanted to be a vet, I think you would learn to deal with it. But
I like helping animals. But I
if
don't
you
think I
don't want to
wanna
be a vet, then
I don't think I want to be a vet type.
Look
of
at
helping animals.
Look at when the chicken followed me out. We had an incident happen a couple years ago. The chicken followed me out of the coop that we have, and when we shut the door, his foot got pinched and was like hanging off his toe. And they're weird because you can step on their feet. And they're just like, they have no feeling in their feet. So he's walking around. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Mommy took care of that chicken.
And I got popsicle sticks.
We got popsicle sticks and tried to splint that toe back
Splinted
on.
his little
Yeah.
I
foot
remember
together.
sprinting in the house.
But-
Yeah.
But
Like,
it wasn't, it might have just broke his toe, but there was blood involved.
Right.
But Mom took care of him.
Mhm.
That's what a vet does.
and I tried to help.
But
Okay.
you probably have better skills than what I did with popsicle sticks to take
Popsicle
care
stick
of the animal
and-
as a vet.
Tape.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
But we also washed it and took care of it and
Right.
put some goo on there. So what do you want to be now when you grow up? It'll change. I'm sure it'll change. Well,
Well, tell
speak
us
up and
people.
tell
I have
everybody.
a lot of things that I want to be, but I don't really.
Well, what are some of them?
I don't know. I still want to be a fashion designer,
Okay. Nice.
and a lot of people say I should be an artist.
Yeah, you are a very good artist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I don't know if I would, like, I don't know, like Mariah Elizabeth type thing or something different. I don't know.
So she likes a girl on YouTube that is kind of a vlogger.
Doesn't she
Not a vlogger.
she fixes the Mariah Elizabeth. She's the one that redoes all the squishies and things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There you
Squishy
go.
makeovers.
Squishy makeovers.
But I thought she was an artist.
She also makes a lot of art.
Okay.
It's like both. She
Oh,
does-
okay. So she has like art projects that she does.
She does
that's not
art
on that
project
channel.
and she does. She's known for squishy makeovers.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay, gotcha.
have to explain this to you.
Yeah, I thought it was just squishy makeovers.
It
I
used
thought
to
it was
be.
just art.
It used to be just
Oh.
squishy makeovers.
And
but
now
now
she has art in it.
She does a lot of stuff. Even she
Well,
says that
is-
she's
it's
like,
her
oh.
that has the book, right? That you got for
Yeah.
Christmas. That's a Mariah Elizabeth book, right?
Yep.
Give her little
Okay, so art,
art ideas.
fashion design. What else? You said a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I also really like musical theater.
Okay.
And I know that I don't really want to be a ballet, do like ballet stuff,
Okay.
but I like doing that.
But you enjoy ballet, but you don't want to be a ballerina.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a ballerina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You never
It was
told
fun.
me that.
I didn't? I
Uh-uh.
remember telling you like once or twice.
Oh,
Don't remember?
no.
Okay, so
Sorry.
musical theater. So you want to do? She's been singing Hamilton around. I've never seen Hamilton. I have no interest in seeing Hamilton. How
You're
about
not
you,
a,
Natalie?
You're not a musical person.
No.
I am though.
I like
Everybody
musicals.
says The Greatest Showman's so great, and
I
I
love that
I love Hugh
movie.
Jackman, and I have
I
no
love
interest
that
in
one.
seeing it.
You haven't?
No, not
We
yet.
gotta watch it together.
I think I've listened to all the songs and I liked it.
Is
good.
it Barnum and Bailey?
Yeah. Wait. Yes.
Is it Barnum and Bailey, or is it
But I love like Descendants.
P.T.
and
Barnum.
Zombies.
P.T.
I
Barnum.
haven't watched it for so long, but yeah.
It might just
You
be
guys are talking about
P.T. Barnum.
actors,
It might be
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum.
Yeah.
If you
And I
guys-
love circus stuff, but I just can't. I
You
can't
won't
bring
watch
myself
it.
to do it.
Why?
I don't know.
He doesn't like musical. He's like, it's ridiculous. It's not like real life. They walk around and all of a sudden they break into song. Who does that? It's just
I like
fun.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's got a lot of singing and
They
dancing
break
in it.
into song.
I like. I used to like Pete's Dragon when I was a little boy. They sung a lot in that movie.
Never watched.
I used to like. Grease.
It's probably because I watched.
That's a musical.
Right.
So why
It's
won't you
mainly
give
your
that one a
musicals,
shot?
probably.
It has
I don't want to
circus
give a
stuff in
new
it.
shot to it. I don't.
Why? It's
I have other things
circus.
to do. I have other things to do.
You have to watch it. You can watch it.
Can we watch Hamilton
My
later,
favorite tonight.
please?
No, let's get back to the podcast.
Oh.
All right. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? Right now, what do you think? Give me 4 things because you said you have a bunch. So, art, fashion design. What else? Musical theater.
Like, yeah, doing that. But you won't like it.
I'd go
think,
see my
I
daughter.
think your dad would come see you.
Yeah. But if I was ever, like, in, like, a redo of, like, Hamilton, he'll probably want to come.
He'd come
Oh,
because you're in it.
100%. 100%.
There's not a lot of girls in Hamilton. That's the only thing. Because, like, in my mind, I'm like, I would love to be this character. But that's a guy.
Oh, that's fun songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right. What else?
What is it called? Gymnastics. I want to do gymnastics.
Oh,
You think you want to be a gymnast?
you would
I've
have to
never
start
done
taking
it.
gymnastics.
Do
That's
you
what
know? Do you know? Like you don't like working out.
I don't.
Well, you would
I
have to
don't.
start as a
I know.
gymnast, like regular workouts,
I know.
not just tumbling and.
We
Walking
asked
on
her
a
to get
beam.
10,000 steps a day. We got her a iWatch or a Fitbit watch. She never wears it.
Yeah.
I just said, hey,
No,
10,000.
it's
I said
not.
10,000 steps a
It
day.
is on. You can't
When
see
you're
it.
not in school or after school or what, just take a couple laps. We have 5 acres. We have hiking trails.
We
It's
even
awesome.
lowered the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000.
And you're still not doing it.
Willow.
Well, guess what?
I
School
don't
season
know.
starts back up. It'll come. You don't have to take Willow with you. Willow does not have anything to do with you
And guess
working
what?
out.
You should wear it when you go to musical theater class and ballet. It will count.
I do that.
Okay.
I did it.
She hasn't had it on all summer long.
Yeah, because
That's
because
relaxing.
You
You're
could have gotten
supposed to-
so many steps with the
Summer
shows that we
break.
do.
Does it ever say workout in summer break?
I'm in my summer break from school too, and look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, but you're not
Look-
forcing yourself.
Look at this.
You're not forcing yourself to do the steps.
I
I just
Have
don't like watching.
done my exercise ring is all done. See that? See that?
Wow.
See that? See that? Look at that. Ooh, look how many steps I already have, and it's only almost 5 o'clock.
I'm blind.
Hey, it was 8,000, Lana. She's at 8,000.
No,
So,
7,000
And she
blind
hasn't even
before.
taken a hike on the trails
Don't
yet
say
today.
you're not blind. Yeah, no, I haven't hiked on the trails. I've just been doing life.
I like.
So you want to
Yeah,
talk her out of
staying
gymnast
the
right
same.
now in front of everybody? You want to go ahead and talk her out of that one?
Hey,
Yeah,
You're going to have to take a lifestyle
it's not
switch.
like it's not like I really wanted to do it, but it's just like something I was like, I haven't done ballet.
something you want to try.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because
what is something that
before-
not something that you want to try, something that you think you want to do as a living to make money and support yourself because you're not going to be living with mom and dad your whole life.
Hello.
Why
Hey,
not?
magic.
Because little birdie needs to spread her wings and fly on her own. And mommy and daddy are going to be retiring and traveling the world while you go support yourself so that then you can
You get to
save
go
up
to
for
Las
our-
Vegas.
our old folks home.
So here's the thing. I keep getting offered cruise ship gigs, and I keep turning them down because they won't take the whole family. But they'll take Natalie and I. So we'll be on cruise ships for a while. We'll give that
Oh.
a try.
Boy,
As soon as we get rid of you two.
that sounds great. I don't know how great that sounds.
In retirement, we can take some cruises. Get paid for it.
Hey, you know what?
You don't like the idea at all.
Not really.
Hey, you know what?
The cruise that we went on was just,
I thought you liked it. I was
It was-
crying when you were gone.
it was fine.
I was really upset.
All right, so
I'm
listen. We didn't want to swim in a pool with 9,000 people, and we like to go. And at one point, we played bingo because there was nothing else to do.
Right.
And at
Did you
one
win?
point, we played
No.
Oh.
We played trivia, Marvel trivia.
No, I didn't want to play Marvel trivia, but guess what? There's nothing else to do.
And they were really deep in the weeds with the Marvel questions.
Like,
so.
what color was this outfit?
No,
That's
it was
something?
deeper than that.
No.
What color
What
are
was
their
what
eyes?
was this
Like-
superhero's mother's name?
Right.
Oh.
And like past stuff.
I can barely remember.
In 1973, in issue 401, this person made a debut.
Right.
What?
I can remember it now, but it was like I was doing like a Stranger Things like quiz or something. And I was like, what is this character's mother's name? I always forget. I keep always thinking her name is Nancy, but it's Joyce.
Oh,
I
there you go.
actually remember it
And
today.
now you know it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I keep forgetting about it. I had to ask Willow.
I didn't know
yesterday.
the answers.
So-
So it wasn't fun for me.
I had told you.
Did you win?
No.
So I had told you when we do this, I wanted to tell you about our childhoods and where we were at your age.
Mm-hmm.
Because we kind of told you in passing, and Lana says I repeat myself a lot, but when you tell a 5-year-old a story, and you tell an 8-year-old a story, and you tell a 12-year-old a story, it could be the same story, but you can
Remember it more?
you can tell them more details or things
you
that
can
apply
tell
to
them
them
more.
now. Like when you were 5, hey, Dad had a video store. When you're 8,
You repeat that to everyone.
You will.
I think that's what I
It's
feel
like.
like. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, I think Dad's getting annoyed that you're
Sorry.
interrupting him, even though Dad interrupts all the time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dad.
He gets payback now.
well, tell everybody what you did growing up, Natalie. What was life like when you were 12?
When I was 12.
So listen, you a summer day and a school day.
School day, you get up at like 6 in the morning, get ready for school, ride the bus to school. I was in school all day long. And then, let's see, 7th grade, I probably stayed after school some days for like orchestra. And then I did basketball. Yeah, middle school I didn't get into drama until high school. Stay after. Yeah, I think I was in basketball at that point. So I was staying after school for different things. And then
That sounds like fun.
or if not, then I would go home and you have to do your homework after being at school for 8 hours. Do your homework. And if I had time, I got to call a friend on the phone, maybe go to a friend's house, maybe not. Have dinner, shower, go to bed,
At least
rather
Right.
rinse and repeat.
So she thinks she has it rough because she has 2 hours of school.
Right.
All right, but
No, I don't.
listen, Lana.
And she gets to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she gets up at 10, 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Today,
No,
12:30.
Yeah, because we woke up at like 6. And I got tired because
Oh no, she woke up at 6. We
I
have to wake up
know.
at 6 every single
I
day
know.
when we were your age.
But you made
To go to school for 8 hours.
I know.
So Lana was asking about you, or what we were going to talk about your basketball. Was basketball the thing that the guy was mean to you and you didn't like it, or was that softball?
No, I loved softball.
That's
Basketball. My first year in basketball, it wasn't a tryout team. You just signed up.
Oh.
And I had a really, really nice coach. He taught me a lot. I had a lot of fun. So the next year I decided I was going to try out. And I made the team. But the coach, was a jerk, to put it nicely.
You don't want to say that.
And he was not nice. If you did something wrong, it wasn't, hey, did you realize what you did wrong? And what you were supposed to do, it was, you're an idiot. We went over this play, and why did you forget it? Well, I mean,
Well,
he
get
would
mad
teach
at him.
us, I don't know how many plays in one practice and expect you to know them by heart for the game. And
Well, I
it's
guess you
not
got used to
easy. And anyway, he was a jerk. So after that season, I didn't play basketball anymore.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So tell me about a summer. All right. So dinner. Did you take a TV dinner to your room and everybody ate separately, or did you eat as a family like we do?
Neither. We
Neither.
had-
I thought there was only
neither.
2 options.
No, we ate in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Usually the kids whoever was home, kid-wise, would eat together. My mom and dad, I don't know when they eat. I don't remember what they had. I don't know. I don't
And
remember.
just eating, like, the
I'm sure they my dad wasn't home at that point. He worked.
Right, I forgot.
And I don't know when my mom ate. She didn't eat with us. I guess maybe she waited till my dad got home and maybe they ate together. I don't know. But we would eat. The kids would eat together in the kitchen, or you would pack it up and take it with you to wherever you were going that evening if you had some sort of activity.
You guys never did like family dinners unless it was Christmas or...
I wouldn't say never, but weeknights, no.
Okay. So that's something we've tried to do. We've tried to do the family dinner thing every night at 7 o'clock. When we're home, we all have dinner together. The breakfast was rough because of the boys, because the boys get up at a certain time, then everybody else is sleeping until a certain time, then everything else. But we definitely kept dinner together.
Yeah.
What about your summers?
Summers, we're home. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, so we got to stay home. We were home. Sometimes we go to the pool.
You have a pool when you were young?
No, she went to a place that had a pool.
Like, we had to convince my mom to take us to the pool. Go over to a friend's house or just hang out at home.
Did you have chores?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We usually did chores like if you had everyday chores, you had everyday chores. But Saturday was the day to clean the house and get your chores done. When I was younger, I dusted, and I'm talking younger than you. I dusted the dining room and wasn't the living room, but that like extra little room and the banister going up the steps. And then as I got older, I cleaned bathrooms and did things like that. I was probably cleaning bathrooms by the time I was her age.
I don't want to.
So, me growing up, Lana, I've told you a million times, my dad had a video store.
Yes.
And my mom was a nurse, so I would go to work we didn't have babysitters, so I'd go to work with my dad. All right, so let me do a regular school day in 7th grade. I would come home, and there was nobody at my house, because my mom didn't get off till 5 or 6. My dad, I guess they both got home around 6, I guess. So from 3 to 6, I was on my own. So I remember every day coming home from school, getting up at 7:30, catching the bus at 8, right? Whatever, 7:30. Maybe I get up at 7. I don't know.
School starts at 8, so what are you talking about?
Getting on the bus. Yeah. Doing all that in school all day long. Doing homework? No. I was a C student. No. And
I did my homework.
My parents yelled at me, "Did you do your homework?" And I lied, yeah. And then I go to, I don't know what happened. Dog ate it. It disappeared. Something happened. I wasn't good at homework and stuff, baby. I just C. I did it.
Hey, that's.
And then and that's my grades showed that too.
It's better than enough.
And I would come home. I remember this. I would come home. I'd have chicken noodle soup with a whole bunch of saltine crackers, a whole can of soda, and I would watch the Flintstones. I remember watching cartoons.
Probably watching zombies.
Whatever. Play video games, and then mom and dad would come home, and it's like I didn't go to my room when they weren't home. I'd sit in the living room, and that was it. But when they got home, I kind of went to my room to play video games and stuff. I don't know if I was scared or I just wanted to be on display when they weren't at home. I don't know.
So
I wonder what that was.
Goes into your house?
Right. Like I'm protecting the house. If I'm right there, I could see the doors.
When you
I don't
guys
know.
left the house and I was sick, I went straight to my room and blasted my phone. I did not want to hear a single noise or creak out of the house.
But with Dad,
I shut the door, locked the door, and blasted my phone.
But every Saturday I would go to work with my dad because my dad worked 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And think about this though. Dad had Nintendo games, right?
Yes.
So when I was a little boy, regular Nintendo games. Me personally, Wes Iseli had about 6, maybe 7. But Video Box Office had over 300.
Mm.
So I could go in there and I could pick any one I wanted, unless it was checked out or rented. But when it came back, I could play it until it got rented.
Mario Bros. Came out? That was my
like 84.
Okay.
Like 84.
I was just wondering.
But so that was cool. So I got to watch video games. So I played video games, and I had 2 TVs. So I was watching a movie and playing video games at the same time. And then I get tired of playing video games. I just watch movies. And Dad had, Dad had a deal with Little Caesars next door. No, he had a deal with Little Caesars next door to his video store. He would give them free video rentals for free pizza. So, like, my entire childhood, I ate Little Caesars pizza, like, every single day. And we could have as much pizza as we wanted. So if we wanted a large pizza, we wanted personal pan pizzas. If I wanted personal pan pizzas 3 times a day, I'd just go over there and ask. Because everybody in that store was allowed to rent as many movies as they wanted.
Oh, wow.
Right? So
Yeah.
there was no limit. So pizza, hot tamales, and the soda machine, right? That's what I lived on as a kid.
That's why you love them so much.
And then skateboarding around the parking lot because there was nothing else to do.
Jumping off dumpsters.
Jumping off dumpsters. that was something at my grandma's house. I did that.
Oh, okay.
I'd never seen the movie Mary Poppins, but my grandma always used to have like PBS on for us, and PBS was going to run like a Mary Poppins movie, and in the commercial she's floating down on a umbrella, and I opened up an umbrella and I pulled on it and I could feel the resistance. I'm like, shoot, that works. You could float on an umbrella. I could feel the resistance.
Uh-huh.
Now if I jump off of something, it would really it would soar. I can do this. Honey, I climbed on an industrial... She lived in an apartment complex. Mm-hmm. And I climbed on an industrial... And I'm 9 years old, 7 years old. And I climbed up the thing. Well, I did test it first. And I jumped off. And I feel like somehow, some way, I went down faster than I should have. It hurt so bad. And I just leant back and I whimpered. Here's the other thing. We didn't have umbrellas at my house, but my grandma used umbrellas. That's the only place I've ever seen an umbrella is at my grandma's house.
Did you break it?
I didn't break the umbrella. No, but I broke my knees and my hips, and it hurt. It was not good. So that was childhood.
See, I would test it on like my whole body, but not like jumping off.
I did test it. I did this. I felt
not
the
your
resistance.
Whole body weight.
Well, I didn't know that.
See, the worst thing I ever did was the Peter Pan thing, where all you have to do is believe, and I just got on top of the fireplace thing.
Oh no.
The little ledge like what we got and jumped off and I never flew. That's as high as I got.
Did you believe?
I didn't do the thing. I did.
But I tested it, Natalie.
I believed.
You didn't believe hard enough, Mom.
I believed.
You should try again. You didn't believe hard enough.
So what do you think? Do you have any questions
really
for Mom and Dad? Like you think your childhood is do you think it's easier than ours, harder than ours? Do we make you do chores?
No, you don't.
Oh gosh, she's got it easy with chores. In all honesty, we probably need to up her chores. I've just the last time I cleaned, I said, "Here's the vacuum your own room."
Yeah,
and
I'm fine with that.
You do have to clean your own room, do the trash, but I mean, feed the dog.
I hope she never tells me that.
Easy.
What?
Vacuum your own room. She makes me vacuum this room. I hate the sound of a vacuum cleaner. I don't
know why. I think it's like
I don't know how you kept the house
clean.
clean.
I like vacuuming.
What, before you?
Yeah, if I die, who's gonna clean your house?
We'll hire somebody.
Oh.
You said Lana will do it?
I'll vacuum at least.
Okay.
We have to share.
Okay.
Let's share chores. There you go.
Who's gonna scrub the bathrooms?
Now, see, listen. So let me try to explain the vacuum cleaner thing. I feel like somebody's sneaking up on me and getting me, right?
What?
But here's the problem. With the vacuum,
you can't hear.
I can't hear.
Oh.
But then I was out there using the chainsaw the other day, and I'm like, why doesn't this scare me?
Right.
Because I have a freaking chainsaw in my hand. That's why.
Because it's in
You have a
Can
big
you
vacuum.
imagine?
You can whip around and smack it with the vacuum.
That's different. It's different. Something about a
someone
chainsaw.
broke a TV doing that.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
I'm pretty sure it was on AFE.
So
yeah, I think so.
So what do you think? You were doing shows at 2.5 years old, producing that silk, walking on stage.
Oh, technically, since I was 4 days old, but okay.
You weren't walking on stage doing something.
Yeah.
You were just taking a bow like the boys.
Yeah. And
But
the boys were almost 4.
actually doing something on stage, you were 2.5, right?
Okay.
The boys are almost 4. They do nothing but the final bow.
They're lazy.
I mean, Julian growls like a dinosaur, but that doesn't really count
That's not
because we can't even reel that in if we wanted to.
No.
What do you think we ought to do with them? When do you think we ought to start putting them in the show? Or you think they're just not ready? I think they're not ready. I don't know what to do.
I think if you have them practice more than like a few times every other month. I think if you make them practice doing a trick, they might.
But do you have an idea of something that you think they could do?
I don't know. You can try the silk thing like me.
Just do that. What about the abracadabra thing?
They tried doing it with the bunny and they got in the way.
Oh, that's right. Tell him about it. Tell him about it, Natalie.
Well, Wes, at the church show, Wes did his testimonial. So he did it different than normal. He brought all of us up on stage before we did the final trick of turning the dove into the bunny. So the boys usually come up to take the final bow after the bunny has been produced. Mm-hmm. But this time they were up there beforehand, and, you know, he was saying, this is how, you know, whatever, introducing the family with his testimonial. And then said, okay, one final trick. And he told the boys to say abracadabra, but they were like, oh, they wanted front row seats. So they put their heads right in front, and Wes tried to move it, and they moved their heads right. They tried to move it.
Abracadabra, and they're like this. They wanted to see the bunny vanish. I'm looking at the bunny.
Like, oh boy, abracadabra. They were saying abracadabra, but they were standing right in front of the box.
They did not say abracadabra, though. They said
abracadabra. They did their best. They did their version of abracadabra. So, you know, they could probably do it, but you would have to practice. They'd have to get over the excitement of seeing.
What did I do recently where I made a bird appear or something for them and they freaked out? Do you remember? I think it was Lex. I did something magical for Lex. Like I did a magic trick for him.
You pretended like something disappeared.
No, that's throwing something out of the way
like,
to get rid of a toy.
He said, it's gone!
Now, what did I do, Natalie? I made a bird appear. Was it the dove tray? Did we do that in front of him with the balloon?
I have no idea. I don't remember this. Mm-hmm. Was it during the show?
No, it was private time. It was just us just messing around, just messing with him.
It was
no, I wasn't there then.
What show was it, Lana? Help me remember.
I don't remember what show it was. It was where the girl thought.
What?
That I wasn't allowed to take pictures.
It was at a library.
Yeah.
So that was at one of the Newport libraries.
I'm pretty sure. You didn't have the balloon on top. It's not like you made it pop. But Lex was like,
Yes, that's right. That's right. I just told him, abracadabra, say abracadabra. And he made a bird appear. And he's like,
I was doing something else then. I didn't see it.
I'm pretty sure you're the one that made it happen.
Then why don't I remember?
That bird just appeared out of nowhere. And he's like, what? And he wanted to pet it and play with it. You don't remember?
No.
See, they never see that because they're backstage with Willow or somewhere else, or I don't know. But boy, just showing them some magic like that just blew their mind. It was so fun, so awesome. What's it like having twin brothers? We don't know what that's like. What's that like?
What I say to everyone first is crazy.
Crazy, I can believe it.
But they're nice. It's like if one of them is screaming and crying and won't listen to me, and I'll go to the other one.
So you have options.
Yes.
Are you over the fact that you didn't get a sister?
Yes, even though I still want one.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not getting one.
Do you remember telling me when we went back for another ultrasounds to tell them to double check to make sure that they were definitely both boys and there wasn't a third one in there that was a girl? Do you remember that?
You said you thought that might have been like triplets or something. I feel like I remember
the doctor told us that because I bled at the very beginning of the pregnancy. I thought I was having a miscarriage.
I said that might have been a girl.
Might have been the girl.
Oh, why?
We're okay right where we are.
Yeah. Can you imagine having 3?
Lana.
No.
Right, exactly.
More diapers, more crying.
2's enough.
No.
More hangry kids.
Yeah, but there's
2 at once is what is.
The boys are going through a phase now.
More boys, and I don't want that.
The boys go through a phase now where they skip dinner or skip a meal, and then 20 minutes later they are just cranky as can be. Hangry, Natalie calls it, and that is not fun. No. Like I made them eggs for breakfast this morning. Cheesy eggs, scrambled eggs. Threw their slop in front of them. Help yourself, boys. Neither one of them touched it. Neither one of them touched
a bite,
Lana.
This morning.
Awful. But then Mom comes down 2 hours later. And
I had work. I was working and working out. Leave me alone.
But you gave him a bar or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he led me to the kitchen and asked for chips. I said, no, you may not have chips. You may have this bar that secretly has vegetables in it. So, yes, I gave them a bar.
They really like those bars.
They do. So,
Remember that video that I made? Where it was like this girl. Was
oh,
there?
yeah. And you gave them the bars at the end.
Yeah. I was watching it, and I looked at the boys, and they're already asking me for chips and stuff. And I was like, okay, give me a second. And I just got plates out, and they said, go sit down in your seats. And I got their plates out, and I got spoons. Because I was like, maybe they'll do something with spoons. And I placed them down, like, yeah, this totally gonna work. I didn't think they would do anything.
Care.
I thought they would, like, scream at me or something.
No.
I recorded it.
Yeah.
There's a little video that the mom feeds the kid, but just puts an empty plate, and the kid's like, "Where's the food?
It's
Where's the food?"
Gone.
And he was about to cry, but he went, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
So
know the
go
boys
get your
wouldn't
food.
do that.
Yeah. Julian played with it. And Lex was like, what's wrong with you? Where's my food?
He said juice. Apparently
juice.
he wanted juice. I gave them bars.
Yeah, he's been asking for juice and hot dogs.
applesauce.
I don't know where the hot
I
dogs
don't
came
know,
from.
where are the apple? Yeah. And applesauce too.
Maybe it's something on Scooby Doo.
Maybe. That's very
Steven
true.
did this.
Anyway, Lana was worried about being on the podcast with us today, but she's been filming our television show, our vlog since 2014.
Something.
She helps us with commercials for our television show. She's done this, speaking to the camera and hanging out with mom and dad. What was so different for today?
But not for an hour.
Oh,
I have to keep
but
up
it's just a
conversation.
Oh my goodness.
It's so
rough.
hard.
we talked for like an hour and a half the other night.
Yeah.
Mommy said, "Who are you on the phone with in the bedroom?
Yeah.
In the magic room?"
Because I was putting the boys down for bed and I hear talking in the magic room. Like, he is still up because you usually go to bed before I get there. Still chit-chatting. I was like, he's got on the phone with somebody. He's going to regret this in the morning.
I was talking to my little girl.
And I said, who are you talking to on the phone? Oh, Lana, on the phone? No, she was in there talking with me. Oh,
On the phone? Why?
Yeah.
It's that?
because I thought he was talking on the phone.
I remember going into my room and hearing, Mama.
Says,
That's
on
what
the
I can
phone?
hear.
Anyway,
You guys talk loud. All I can hear is,
Sorry.
Lana. So what have we learned today? You don't want to be a magician when you get older.
No.
But you like being in a magic family. I hope.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So if somebody was to ask you one question, what's your favorite thing about being in a magic family, traveling around, doing all this stuff? What is your favorite thing?
Being on the road with the boys, probably.
Yeah?
And you guys.
Nice.
You like being with us?
Yes.
All the different
Okay.
places you get to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that is fun.
There's a lot more kid stuff than you would think.
Right, yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, that's this week's podcast. We had our guest of the day, Lana Iseli. And only thing we have left to say, you can help us. Ready?
What?
1, 2, 3. See you next week.
I didn't know what was happening.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.